Good morning, y'all. It's Max with My Kind of Beats. We are here in Manila, Philippines, bright and early. Now, what I got planned for us today is I want to take us to a bunch of Carinderias. Carinderias are just going to be like roadside little stalls. It's where you'll see the locals eating. And it's just a place where you can really get in, get some home-cooked dishes, and get lots of dishes for cheap. I'm super excited. I'm starving this morning, so let's head that way. Morning.
Green chili.
Alright, y'all, and today I'm being joined by my boy LoxtXpat here. He just got in Manila. He's gonna come around and enjoy all these local eats with me. Brother, are you hungry?
I'm starving, man. I can't wait.
Alright, man, we're about to get this started then. Alright, so what we got today is we got just a typical, simple Filipino breakfast. For me, it's rice, it's egg, and maybe even a little protein source. So we got a little sausage to go with it. And man, I tell you what caught my eye too is it had an eggplant, but wrapped in the egg. So I had to get that to try it out. But I just want to start out super simple this morning, typical Filipino style. Smash that rice, break that egg up, and get a little piece of that sausage off. Go for a little combo bite to start this off. Oh, first thing it hits you is that garlic sausage. I mean, that's a huge kick of garlic. I mean, I can feel it on my breath already. Nice fluffy rice, nice creamy egg, got plenty of egg yolk in that bite. Nothing wrong with that, but I think there's a way we can take it up a notch. What'd you think, man?
The actual best sausage you can have in Southeast Asia. I had no idea that they had this kind of sausage in the Philippines, and the flavor is just exploding. It's fresh garlic, and all the fats in this sausage just melt together and just become this awesome combined. Just, you gotta try it to believe it. It is really good.
I love that. The eggplant is cooked all the way through, so it's just nice and sweet and creamy. The egg is actually cooked to a hardness, so the egg is actually going to give you that little bit of like snap, and then like I said, the eggplant is just so sweet and so creamy.
It's awesome. Dude. That's all I can say.
It's a great breakfast. I think it's missing one thing though, so got something a little special. Y'all know I don't travel anywhere without any chili oil. Again, thank you to Cheryl, Frustrated Chef, for hitting me up with the chili garlic oil, but I got something else this truly needs. Some bagoong. Now I wish I had the shrimp, I got the fish, but it's gonna be okay. One of my favorite meals here in the Philippines is just some bagoong, some rice, and egg. Gonna be the money bite.
Okay, here we go.
That is it. You get that spicy garlickiness from the chili oil. You get that little sour that makes the mouth water. And you just get the fish bagoong that just gives you that funkiness. I'm loving that funkiness. You get with the rice, the egg, the garlic sausage. Oh, there's just everything you want here. Nothing to do but keep saucing this up until there's nothing left. Oh yeah, just a great simple start to the day. It's all I really need: some rice, some eggs, some bagoong and chili oil, and then I got to add that sausage as well. Oh my. Alright, I'm headed to the most popular Carinderia here in Manila, Aling Sosing. I want to get here as soon as they open so I can make sure and get everything fresh. Their pork belly is special here, and you can tell why. You get close to it, you get that smokiness, you can smell those spices, and it just takes over your senses. Yeah. And they got cooks everywhere. You got somebody right here doing like 5 dishes. Once it's done, they take it in there, set it, and the dish is ready to go. Keep them rotating. They got a person grilling some pork belly up and tilapia. I mean, they are getting ready for a crowd. Okay, so I did what I wanted, but I got in front of all that food and I ordered way too much. The tilapia is not gonna be ready for a while, so I'm not gonna be able to get it, but they said the pork belly is just as good, so we got that instead. Thank you. Alright, we're gonna start with some of this pork belly and look at it. Look at the juices, look at the char. Looks like a nice ratio to meat to fat. Let's dress this up. Just get a little bit of this sauce mixture on top. Alright, now LoxtXpat is my boy. He knows how it's done. We go chili bite here. You ready?
Oh yeah, we start off with the chili.
Oh yeah, chili first. Oh, great flavor. Then go in for the bite. Y'all, that's the hottest chili I've had here in the Philippines. Oh my gosh. But that pork belly is fantastic. It's nice, it's fatty, it's got the char, but it's not too much fat. It's got a nice bit of meat on it. Give it that little bit of chew. It's just exploding with juices and flavor.
My chili, when I first take a bite into it, I taste kind of like a passion fruit almost. Like it's fruity. It's got kind of a kick that happens about 30 seconds later.
Yeah, it's delayed for sure.
Yeah, so right now, I mean, I'm feeling still like, oh yeah, that's really good. But now, it's escalating and it's going up and up and up. Just like one of those jalapenos that are from Mexico, bam!
That's right.
Just get that really delayed heat.
Oh man, he's right guys. It's got a beautiful, fresh, nice sweetness at it first, but then that heat comes. Thank you so much. Oh, she's the best. Just brought us some of these chilies. She knows we like it spicy here. All right, now I got what I think is called penapek. All it is stir-fried vegetables with bagoong or fish paste. Got all kinds of vegetables in here. Got the long beans, got the eggplant. You can see the bitter melon and a type of squash here as well. Just gonna try to get every little vegetable and a little extra chili for a little kick. One of my favorite way to have vegetables here in the Philippines. You don't get many opportunities, but this is one way. I absolutely love it. You get the fish paste, it's nice and salty, gives it a funkiness. The vegetables are stirred down to where they're almost just nice and creamy. But I tell you what, this is up there for me with my vegetables and coconut. I love this one.
You have all the aspects. You got the bitterness from the quinoa, a bitter melon, and then you have the squash, which has just got the best texture. We've got okra.
Oh yeah, we got okra in this as well.
I didn't even notice we had okra. Okra is actually one of my favorite vegetables.
Oh dude, for sure, for sure. Bert was right on the money. That bitter melon just adds an extra layer of flavor. That little bit of bitter kind of like wakes you up and gets you tasting all these other flavors that are in this dish.
What do you like that one?
That's just a beefy, melt in your mouth soup. I mean, you got a great ratio to fat. The fat is melty. You get the beef so fall apart tender. I mean, soup is just pure beef flavor. Got a little bit of sweetness at the end of it. But what I love is the additions of the veg. Get that little bit of crunch, difference in texture, and that freshness. All right, gonna save what's probably gonna be my favorite for last because I'm a coconut fiend. Get the lonko, which is gonna be the jackfruit cooked in the coconut. Oh, look at it. Look at all these juices from that coconut down in here. It's still nice and white, so you know they're throwing the coconut in there right at the end of the cooking, so it's gonna be nice and fresh.
I'm gonna add this to it. I'm gonna do that too. You do it.
All right, I figure it's gonna be nice and sweet, so this definitely needs some chili with the bite. It's so sweet, so creamy, such a great fresh coconut flavor. The jackfruit is hearty, it's almost meaty, but I'm telling you what, it really makes this dish so substantial.
And This jackfruit actually reminds me, surprisingly, of artichoke hearts all the way. It's basically artichoke hearts and coconut cream, just like inside of one big massive soup. Jackpot, just boom.
Oh yeah, it's so good. Sweet flavor pack. You get just that sweetness from the jackfruit as well. Oh, it's so nice. Pairs perfectly with the chilies. Oh y'all, I thought I ordered too much for us, but we proved that wrong. That was just so good, we could not stop until it was all gone.
Yeah, man, literally once you start eating this kind of Filipino food, you just can't stop. All the flavors are just, it makes you hungrier than when you started.
That's right, man. It's so good, but we still got a lot of places to hit, so we're gonna head that way. All right, I just found out Bert has not had buko before, so we've got to find some buko before we make it to that next restaurant. Gentlemen. Alright, so there are a few ways to have buko. My favorite is just freshly sliced and put the straw in, but sometimes they do have it actually already mixed up with the coconut meat. We'll add some sugar, and sometimes they'll even add evaporated milk too.
Oh man.
It's just so refreshing. I just love the natural sweetness from this, and then you get that great coconut flavor that just quenches your thirst. Oh, for sure. Favorite non-alcoholic or caffeinated drink in the Philippines. Oh, we must have gotten really young because there was not much meat in there at all. Let's try them out. Short ride and we're at the next restaurant, Pat Can't See. They're famous for their Can't See Bulalo, which is more like a little fusion dish. It's gonna be meaty like a bulalo, but it's also gonna have a little sourness to it like a sinigang, and it's gonna come with a massive cow bone filled with oily, fatty, buttery bone marrow. But they're also famous for their bongus grilled fish, a big white fish. It's gonna be flared open and grilled up. Now you can tell the Can't See Bulalo is popular because everybody's ordering. You see Can't See Bulalo, Can't See Bulalo, Can't See Bulalo. It is everywhere on everybody's table. Beautiful. Look how massive this thing is. I just can't believe how big this is. I mean, this is just what everything you want. These are all my favorite little bits and pieces. I mean, look at this. I bet this is just gonna be melt in your mouth. Oh, it's just pulling off that bone so easily. You get those nice little bits in the soup down here. This is just everything I want with beef. Oh yeah, I just want to scrape some of this part off here. That's just gonna be melting your mouth. Get these meat down here. Oh, that is just a beautiful bite. Y'all, that is absolutely gorgeous. That is just slow roasted and melt in your mouth. Little tendon, cartilage. I mean, when you cook it down for so long, it just goes so creamy. And then you get some of the meat that just fall apart tender. Great roast flavor. I mean, things that just make me feel like I'm home. And then the actual soup is sour, so it's meaty and sour, like I was talking about, that fusion taste. Gonna make this the cleanest bone they've ever seen come back to them. Now I'm about to dig in with my special tool here, get what they're famous for, the bone marrow. You can just see it here. It's almost poking out. It's so stuffed full.
One side. Oh yeah.
creamy, so thick. It coats every granule of rice, and it's just the definition of decadent. And I'm telling y'all, I was right. That is a money buy.
There's so much cow fat inside those bones. It's just oil, cow oil. And the taste is amazing. It tastes, like you said, like butter.
Right.
Like the best butter you've ever had. There's nothing like that. Like,
oh yeah, that looks delicious. Just gonna scoop me up a few pieces of this to have on this bone marrow soaked rice. Oh yeah, get some of this sauce and bone marrow soaked rice, some of that fish, not playing around, going straight in for the flavor bite. I'm gonna tell you what, I was actually surprised. That fish was a little drier than I thought, but what saves it is the fact that my rice is soaked in that bone marrow. It just helps make it still decadent and creamy. I don't know, maybe I didn't give it a fair take. I'm gonna get up here towards the head. It's Bert and I's favorite piece right here. Tear this off and try this out. Oh yeah, that first bite was operator error. That was my fault. You get towards his head, it's so much more greasier, so much more oily, so much more salty, and then the actual meat is just actually juicy and bursting with flavors. Oh, what a deliciously decadent last meal, but I gotta show y'all my go-to sweet treat every day here in the Philippines. All right, y'all, this has been it. This has been my go-to. I already had to get a bite before the chocolate solidified, but the chocolate twist cone from Jollibee's has just been my indulgent pleasure each day. Just reminds me of my childhood when my mom and I used to always have one. Oh, and as she would say, that is yum-mers. Bert, brother, thank you so much for coming along today, man. It's been awesome hanging out with you and eating some good food.
it's been awesome to be here. Thank you guys so much for checking it out.
Y'all, it's been Max with My Kind of Beats. I'll catch you at the next video.